Man to US. All right, looks like we're going. All right, so both runners start off with cut first. We did see runners earlier on that did Guts Man first, but this will be nice. We'll see how close each runner is to each other, as I imagine they're both going to be going through the same route. So here they're trying to maneuver these ladders quickly as possible. You'll notice they jump the top of every ladder there. That's actually to save a couple frames. If you do not do that, there's a slight delay between when you climb up the ladder and if you move. So they're going to try to be doing that quickly as possible. There's a lot of vertical elements to this level, with taking as little damage as possible, because what they want to do is by the time they get to the end of the level, they'll be a big eye that has a 50-50 shot doing a big jump or a small. It takes off 10 health, so that's quite significant. You know, that can ruin a lot if you get hit early on. Here you saw your first screen wrap. So when there's a ladder at the bottom of the screen, if you can jump up to the top and grab it from the top of the screen, fall down. So they both survived the big eye. They're heading into the cut man. Pretty much in sync. Does look like Dexter's a little bit, maybe a second or so ahead. Both have plenty of health. Alright, and about a 2-second difference between the two. I believe Dxtr grabbed the orb at 2:15 versus prisii's 7. So, still anybody's race going into Electman. Now, Electman is another... it's a very difficult stage. Again, it's very vertical. You have a lot of these height jumps right here from this first screen to another important corner jump that if you miss, cost up to, I believe it's 11 or 12 seconds. So you'll notice when Dxtr is climbing up this ladder, prisii will do it as well. It doesn't look like he's ever stopping when he's shooting those enemies. Those are called drop shots. Those are actually surprisingly difficult to do. So the looks like Dxtr at least is up. They're both going to go for the corner jump. Dxtr has it, no problem. prisii, a couple attempts, but he gets there. Again, falling there, it's quite costly. So there is a soft lock potential coming up when you attempt to get the magnet beam. They're going to be going through a trick. Normally you have to get the Gutsman weapon first to get it. But they'll be skipping that. That's optional. Alright, so Dxtr grabs it, no problem. prisii, same thing. Right behind, he has a really good magnet grab. So again, they're within a couple seconds of each other here. And this magnet beam is going to be used throughout the run. It's sort of, you know, a lot of the platforming you have to do. It's made much easier by it. And a lot of the zip setups, of course, are you know, set up with the mag. They're both gonna be using sort of a fast ladder climb here by utilizing the magnet beam. A lot faster than climbing up and waiting for the beams, and Prizzy just got hit by one of them. And now he has to wait for each beam. So you can see the time that it saves if you get that right. Dxtr, no problem with Elect. This is a pretty free fight. Prizzy getting the high orb grab. Alright, Iceman, this is where a lot of runs go to die. For me personally. So you'll see a couple possible zip setups here. There's one right here, at the beginning of this stage, that just sort of zips you ahead. Looks like Dxtr got it, and we'll be setting up the big screen wrap here. So this avoids you having to do the Yoku blocks. Looks like Prizzy got the first zip as well. And he got the second zip. Alright, the next one, if they attempt it, is another screen wrap. Does look like Dxtr got it. And Prizzy going with a slightly faster setup of that. This third zip, I guess it is. Yeah, he's gonna make up some ground, having done the quicker setup for it. And getting some corridor zips along the way. So Dxtr finishing off Iceman just as Prizzy is starting the fight. Alright, now they're both on to Fireman. Another very difficult stage here. Again, there's a few zips in the stage. One right on the first screen here where you can skip having to walk around. The one magnet beam. Saw Dxtr execute that. Prizzy's going to attempt it next. They both got it. Alright, Dexter's going for the next one. He does not get it. However, falling into this gap here is free. All you have to do is fall into that gap, or jump into it rather, from a magnet beam. Prizzy does get the screen wrap. So again, he's gonna catch up a little ground here. And here's the Dxtr, the big zip, if you will. You can die here. You need to place the magnet beam at the perfect pixel, and you need to jump to the correct spot. Miss either of those, you'll die. You'll just fall right into the lava. So both our runners got it. Prizzy in the corridor. Dxtr starting the firefight. So one thing I haven't mentioned is you'll notice both runners, they're hitting select there during these fights. So when you press select, it pauses the game. You don't see that in the rest of the Mega Man games. And when you unpause, the invincibility frames of the boss have ended. So you're actually dealing multiple damage with a single shot. You'll see that throughout this run. Just saw it in Ice Fire. You'll see it on this stage. Most people know that from Yellow Devil. With a lot of casuals had to do to beat the game at all. Yellow Devil's pretty difficult though. So heading into Boss Man, you'll notice Dxtr froze that Sniper Joe. That Sniper Joe will follow you throughout this whole screen here. Prissy did the same. There's another big zip here as well. It looks like Dxtr was going for another smaller zip. Get it? So here's the big zip. You skip a big portion of it, of the level. You end right at the boss corridor. Prissy, again, same thing, no problem. Yeah, it's right into the corridor. Alright. Dxtr finished up Bomb Man, Prissy right behind. He'll need a second shot. Still they're within, I would say, maybe 7 seconds apart. Still a close race. Gutsman again, I think most probably did Gutsman first, but the stage made significantly easier by having the Magnet Beam. You don't have to wait for these platforms. Walk right across. Ooh. Fortunate death there for Dxtr. That is one thing. A couple things can happen there. If you place the Magnet Beam too high, you jump off the screen, you will die. Also knowing when the Magnet Beam, how long you have before you need to move on to the next one, is another important thing to consider. Had many a run lost. Not jumping on one. So Prissy has a good lead now. He's in the corridor heading to Gutsman. And they'll be going for probably what's the most important trick in the game. The butt grab. And Prissy gets it. Basically your run is valid if you don't get the butt grab. So Gutsman can jump straight up, backwards, or forwards. Unfortunately, I jumped it backwards for Dxtr there. At least for me, I find that most difficult. Backwards. So Prissy and Dxtr both onto Wily. Again, Prissy has a little bit of a head start here. So Prissy did waste an extra beam there trying to set up this Wily 1 zip. So he's going to need to be careful. Dxtr going with a little faster of a setup, and he misses the zip. So you'll see now he has to go through these little edge jumps here that are kind of difficult. Prissy, you'll see he just did another screen wrap, grabbing the from the top of the screen, grabbing the ladder at the bottom of the screen. And Prissy does elect to refill there. Good decision considering he used an extra Magnet Beam. So this screen here that Prissy's on is the only screen in the game that you absolutely need the Magnet. And there's nothing that tells you need them. So you can come so far as, you know, not paying attention to that item in a Lechman stage, not even know you needed to get it. And then that's where you find out the harsh reality. No longer the game. Dxtr coming up on that screen too. Prissy taking advantage of the select glitch. He did need to shoot a second shot, but still maintains his lead. Well, these classic games here, Mega Man 1 included, were pretty brutal. Now, you didn't have the internet necessarily to rely on to figure this. Just good old Nintendo power. Dxtr going for a really fast kill of Yellow Devil. Gets it for the most. Well, Prizzy got very fortunate there. He gets a big drop and gets to refill his Magnet Beam. So that does... that'll actually save him, picking that up there. Instead of having to switch. In Wily 2 here, normally what you do is you switch to Magnet, pick up the little refills. He can elect to just skip that and go right into the refights. Dxtr going for the refight skip. This is an extremely difficult tip, but where he's behind right now, not a bad decision. He can immediately catch up here. Saves a lot of time. So he skips the cut fight. Prizzy's still ahead. He's gonna go for the green wrap. So he's actually not on the screen that it's showing. He's on the screen before. So even though those spikes that we just saw a glimpse of aren't there, he could have fallen into those. Dxtr gets out of the elect room. You can still hear that noise of cutting in the background. So by doing that skip, he actually despawned all the enemies. Except for Cutman, which is why you can still hear him. Prizzy's in the Copybot fight. This is a pretty basic fight. Just kind of repeatedly hit him with the fire after his iframes wear off. Dxtr right behind. Still a very, very good race. You know, anything could happen. A lot of tricks left to pull off. We have one in Wily 3, and a big skip in Wily 4 left to go. Alright, we already have people betting on the dupes. We have one bet for 3 dupes. Prizzy. Or is that combined? We'll see. This is what everybody's been waiting for. Prizzy executes the zip here. This saves a lot of time rather than have to do the walk of shame. Pretty much skip the entire level. So here, if you press B at the same exact frame that the block is leaving, you can duplicate the guts block, which Prizzy is doing here with no issue. So he basically had the perfect fight. He did not have to switch to Buster. Ooh, Dxtr. Alright, he got it. So, normally you want to throw that Magnet Beam as you're going down from the previous screen. But he was able to shoot it in the correct location to trigger the zip. Meanwhile, Prizzy's on to Wily 4. Dxtr got 1 dupe, 2 dupes. You need 3 dupes. Alright, so he got the 3rd dupe. Prizzy looks like he's going for... Usually you shoot the elect beam there before you do that last dip. Alright, so Prizzy gets it. I do know Streamline has a strat where you don't use elect at all. Looks like he was going for that. He is on the magnet now, though, so he has to revert to bomb in order to trigger the zip. So, he just skipped all the refights. Intentional death here. Ooh, Dxtr accidentally hit the middle block, but still manages to get the zip. So Prizzy's on to the Wily fight. you know, this is pretty easy. So it looks like he'll take this one. Dxtr having a little trouble with the bomb skip. Gets it on his second attempt. So this is just a race here, a damage race between Wily and you. Looks like prisiii finishes with a time of 20:08. Usually Mega Man wins that damage race. So prisiii takes game 1. GG to prisiii. Dxtr, right behind, finishing with a 20, what it looks like is a 20:38. Good race. Good race to you both. Do have another one coming up, and depending on the result of that, we may have a third. So we'll let the runners take a little bit of a break here before we start the next race. Alright guys, so we're just setting up here. Just a moment. We're on game. It's like they're readying up. Again, if you haven't already, throw a follow here to Dxtr and prisiii3 are runners. Who is my favorite Mega Man? Are we talking Mega Man 1 or through the Mega Man series? If it's Mega Man 1, I have to go with Guts. He just reappears in so many of the other games. I don't know. I'd say the prototype robot. That would be Proto Man. Proto. Then through the series, I gotta either give it to Pharaoh Man, pretty cool, or Galaxy for Mega. Alright, so both runners are readied up. Looks like we're on our way. So again, we're starting off with Cutman. Just these precise jumps. Kind of navigate through these ladders as quickly as possible. Again, jumping at the top of every ladder, trying to avoid taking damage. So the corner jump here, Dxtr gets it. prisiii3, one attempt at it, moves on to going around. So these patterns of these Susies, they're called, they're random. There are certain patterns they follow, but what they do is... So some can be more favorable than others. Some it's really hard to avoid taking damage from them. But both going into the final decline here, before the big eye, look to be perfectly fine. Nobody needs to grab that football. Dxtr does get the low jump. Gets hit there. prisiii3 gets more favorable high jump. Walks right under. Both, again, within a few seconds of each other here, so we're gonna have another good race. Both left with plenty of health to damage the cut fight. Damage boosting through that, the scissor, does save a little bit of time. Normally have to jump over it on its way there or on its way back. One thing I haven't brought up yet is point. So Dxtr, you'll notice, just got 100,000 points. Actually, prisiii3 got 100,000 points too. It's a negligible time save, but it does matter when you're an elite runner like these guys. Basically, you can get anywhere from 50,000 to 100,000 points, and it takes longer to count up to 100 than 50. So essentially when you're counting down the points, it takes longer to get the 100,000 at the end. So an ideal run, say, would have all 50. Dxtr approaching the corner jump, nails it, first try. Dxtr, Prizzy, coming up on it, gets him on his second attempt. The one fall, so that's good. Hopefully we'll not see a soft lock here either. So again, when you're attempting to get this magnet beam, you can get stuck in those blocks. Without having Gutsman's weapon, no way to get out. Dxtr gets it, no problem. Prizzy's gonna go for it, gets ladder set up on his first try, gets out as well. Good job. Again, you'll notice how they use the magnet beam, using it on the ladders. Jumping on and off the magnets are much faster than just climbing the ladder. I believe, I could be mistaken on, but I believe the movement's the same for Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 1. That climbing a ladder is about 25% slower than your normal speed. I could be wrong. I know moving in water is 25% slower. So both runners, again, going for the quick ladder climb here, just jumping through. Prizzy did get hit, but he has plenty of HP to get through. Dxtr finishes off Electman, rather. And, same with Prizzy, it looks like he's going to go for the high orb grab, and he does. Dxtr this time getting the 50,000 points. That's the best point total you can get. Well, Prizzy gets 6. Dxtr with a slight advantage on the Iceman stage. Again, it's a small save. Couple frames. So Dxtr gets the, again, quick setup there to avoid the Yoku blocks. While Prizzy is, you'll notice both of them, they're using the magnet beams to do these zips, but they're also trying to stay out of the water. Move much slower there. Looks like Dxtr this time does not get... Oh, nope, he does. Yeah. Take it back. It looked like he had the right pixel. That second screen wrap there. Avoiding the big eye. Going right in the corridor. Both runners missed it. Iceman's a very technical stage. Basically 3 instances where you have to have these perfect placements of your magnet beam. The placement for the magnet beams, actually, it's relatively the same muscle memory used on the Iceman stage that it is for multiple other zips in the game, including Bomb Man, if you go for the right side setup, and the Wily one. If you learn that one zip, learn few. Actually, the Fireman zip too, if you go ladderless. Prizzy having a little trouble here at first beam placement. No real problem though. You'll get a large refill. But Dxtr gets the screen wrap zip here. And we'll move on to the big fire zip. Sets it up on the ladder. There's a pixel perfect place put on. And, again, you have to jump off, grab the ladder off the screen. Just the right time. Prissy originally looks like he was going for the ladderless setup. It's a more difficult strat, a little faster. But elects for the ladder setup. Back up. And that ladderless setup is actually based off of same pixel, same muscle memory as that ice. Well, if you can remember that, it's a lot of save throughout the run. Both runners onto Bomb Man. Those red squids there at the beginning, their pattern is random. They can be difficult to deal with there. Both runners, they make it look easy. You can really get hung up. You don't know where they could possibly go. And the fact that they change every... That's not neat on the screen. I feel like it's a little underrated. I think Dexter's gonna try again here for this little zip before the big zip. He doesn't going for the ladderless setup there. He misses the first try. So again, that's that same ice pixel they call it. You know that. You know a lot of the zips. Not quite as obvious as one and up. Although Prissy goes completely, you know, he looks like he does a slightly different setup. So what I believe a lot of runners use as a visual cue is if the magnet beam is lined up right underneath the score, you can kind of tell have it. Prissy elects to shoot his beams to the right, away from the score. So he really just has to get a feel for where his beams are, whether he has it. I would imagine that's much more difficult than just to rely on it. Made it. Dxtr had a little trouble here last time. This is where he had his death. Again, so it's dangerous. You have a tendency to want to jump off the magnet beams. If you do, magnet beam is too high. Jumping too high into the screen, really, it kills you. But no problem so far this time for Dxtr. Prissy as well. Looks like he's off a pixel. There's the screen wrap here. Yeah, I was wrong. You got it. This is why they're elite runners. Tell you got the pixel in. Alright, Dxtr needs to make up for the fact that he didn't get the grab last. Oh. See, he had Gutsman jump backwards for the second time in a row. It's unfortunate. And this is the most important trick twice. It's alright though. He has the lead. I suppose that's more important. He jumps backwards for Prissy too, but still gets it. Alright, on to Wily 1! Personally, my favorite stage of the game. Well, I don't know what it is. Just love this one. really hard. Same with Mega Man 2. I like Wily 4 the best. Everybody hates Wily 4. It just feels so good when you beat it. Prizzy gonna do the zip setup here. Looks like he got it. So you may have noticed both runners, when they're going for that zip, they have to pause just an instant, otherwise they will die. Or whatever, can't explain the reason. If you turn left, trigger the zip, you will die. Prizzy doing another screen run, and this room right here is one of the most dangerous rooms in the game. Those platforms, floating platforms, are random. You can't predict where they're gonna be. They can give you some unfavorable patterns that could kill you. Unfortunately, spikes on the bottom and the top. Unlike other Mega Man games, spikes will kill you through invisibility frame. Dxtr finishes off Yellow Devil, no problem. Move on to Wily 2. The big lead here. Big in that 15 seconds. At this point is significant. So long as we don't see any disasters here, hopefully we get to see a third race. Now Dxtr went for the refight skip on his last run. However, it looks like he's gonna avoid that this time. He may have just done it because he was behind. So it'll be interesting to see if Prizzy now goes for it, considering he's behind. Obviously, he's watching the screen. Now Prizzy's going for it, and Dxtr. So that's really interesting. Both runners are watching. Prizzy gets through that first refight skip really fast. Really good. I was having a little bit more difficulty on the second one. These are really precise inputs. You have to, I believe it's hit left and A one frame apart. A and left frame apart. So again, Dxtr, he could have fallen. Whoa, what happened to Prizzy? It looks like he may have soft locked there. I was actually watching Dexter's screen at the moment. So as long as Dxtr finishes this, looks like he will take game 2. And yeah, Prizzy soft lock. If you get stuck in that room without enough magnet beams to get out, it's game over. That's why you did not Dxtr go for it while he was in the lead. One of those things, if you're behind, you need to get caught up, take the risk. You're winning, not so much. It's okay though. He knows he's gonna lose the entire race. So long as I don't think there's any more soft lock potential. There's a potential lock in Wily 4. You can get out of that and end up killing yourself trying again. We will see, however, how many oops Dxtr. The real tragedy here is Prizzy won't get any. We'll have to bust her down. Yeah. Bubble. I don't know what they're called. Bubble enemy. Going So on to Wily 4. Dxtr is on a really good pace here. Certainly sub 20. I hate to jinx it, but prisiii kind enough to play Ice so that we have some audio. So he does the swag zip there and the teleporter. This time does get the magnet set up for the fight skip. That's the fastest way to do it. You avoid the menu. Basically, if you hit pause while there's an item on the screen, game pause menu won't pause, and you'll just keep being damage boost or pushed upwards. So the items that it works with best are the items that stay on the screen the longest, which in this case are bomb, takes a while to explode, magnet. Alright, so GG for Dxtr. The official SRL time was 1940, although it looked like he finished in 1938. We will have a game 3 as soon as these guys are ready. In 1938, 1939, whatever you want to call it. That's a really good time to have during a race. prisiii, going for that refight skip there. Wily 2. Oh, that was his shot to get caught up. Had he gotten it, he would have had a really tight race. There's not much you can do about it. If you get sub-pixeled, you can get sub-pixeled in a couple different. Just unfortunate. Doesn't mean you did anything wrong. Just. So we will have a game 3. Exciting. So it all comes down to this. Who will face Cool Kid in the semi-final? And not to get myself in trouble here, I believe Cool Kid in an interview said he wanted to face Dxtr for something about beating a DQ. Something about getting revenge. I don't know. May not remember that. Perfect. No, forfeiting is not an option. One of you will have to face Cool Kid. My mic is cutting out? Let me know if that's still the case. Thinking we should be good. I have it set so I can hear can at least hear myself. So if you like Mega Man while we're waiting, this has been a great tournament. We're nearing the end here. It was my introduction to Mega Man 1. Certainly a fun experience. Really cool to race against sort of these legends here. There is a Rockman 2 tournament coming up. So anybody that's interested, there is a salon. Feel free to join. Learn the game. Great community. Mega Man community is very welcoming. They're all helpful. They want to see each other's strategies. Great to be a part. Speedrunning in general. Great. Even if you don't know the game, we had a lot of people join the Mega Man 1 tournament, self included, that didn't know the game. You know, it's fun to, you know, see yourself improve, to race against people that you may not think you have. Who knows, maybe somebody's awful. Saw it in this game. It's happened a couple of them. You just never know what happened. You never know what you can do until you try. If you like speedrunning and you like Mega Man, join these tournaments. It's a lot of fun. Got pizza. Hope don't have pineapple on it. That would be a shame. Then it's not checkmate at all. Then you lost. Then you soft lock, really. What blunt is. Soft lock. Alright. They're both on the title screen. Good luck. That's it. Lots wrong with people. Don't get me started. Right now, Dexter's winning because he has the Rockman title screen. So obviously. Alright, and the race has begun. So it'll be interesting to see what we see they go for here, knowing that any bait really hurt them here. There's no more race. There's nothing left they can do. It's all up to this. They both hit that corner jump. Just see how aggressive they're gonna be. You know they're apparently both watching the stream, so they'll know each other's progress. Suppose if you're still behind, you want to go for those skips. More aggressive strats in general. They're about a second behind right now, or a second apart, rather. Prisiii has the slight lead. We get a favorable big eye again for Prisiii. And again, Dex gets hit. Some bad luck. Again, it's about a half a second, I'd say. Again, I could be wrong. The half a seconds add up. And, you know, you have less ability to damage off the scissor. So, about a second and a half, 2 seconds apart. The orb grab there. Still anybody's race. Alright, so Dxtr makes up for the fact that he got the low jump, the big eye, by getting 50,000 points. There's your half second right there. Prisiii practicing there, the magnet beat ladder grab. He gets the corner jump. Dxtr gets the corner jump first try. Prisii's gonna attempt the magnet grab. Crossing my fingers for no soft lock. He is having a little trouble getting up on the ladder. Meanwhile, Dxtr has it and is out. Prisiii is now out. So Dxtr made up the time there by quickly getting in and out of the that magnet jail, if you will. That is a very precise trick. You have to press B and down on the exact same frame, and only for one frame. Not an easy trick to perform at all. They are a half a second apart here. This is a really close race. This is what we want to see for a Game 3. I'm excited. You should be excited. So prisiii has gotten hit the last few times on the ladder climb here, but this time he goes up no problem. Very clutch. Dxtr's a little low on health. He has to be careful. prisii's got plenty. He gets the high orb grab again, so again, just a really tight race here. This is exciting. Right, so Dxtr and prisiii both went up on the, I don't know what you call these zips. Other zips have, so I'm going to call these the water zips. You're avoiding going in the water, although prisiii takes a dip. Not a pleasant dip. Does not look like it's hot out. Cold. Doesn't look like it's warm hot tub water. As if it's a cold day and the hot tub is fine to go out. That doesn't look like the situation. Feels bad. They do both nail the second zip though. Dxtr gets the third. prisiii falls right into the pit, doesn't go for it. I think he'd rather save his mana for the corridor zip. Meanwhile, Dxtr switches to elect. Dxtr made a little bit of space between them. I'd say probably about 2 seconds. Nothing insane. Nothing prisiii came back. Dxtr gets the first zip and gets the corridor zip. Separating a little bit. Missed. So it looks like Dxtr will fall into the free zip rather than the screen. While prisiii gets maintain a little bit of a lead though. See if prisiii goes for the ladderless setup. Oh, he does, and he gets it. Ooh, no, he doesn't get it. Commentator's curse. Ah, that is a costly death for prisiii. While Dxtr is heading into the fireman corridor. That zip on fireman is really tough. Again, you have to place that magnet the perfect pixel. Then when you're jumping onto the ladder off the screen, you have to be jumping from it at just the right spot. If you jump too early, you'll die. If you jump too late, end up at the bottom of the screen. Dxtr onto Bomb Man with a pretty good, probably the biggest lead we've seen so far. No, Dxtr died once, Gutsman in the first race. That turned out to be a minor death. Didn't lose a lot of. There we go. Dxtr gets that zip that he tried the first 2 races. Meanwhile, prisiii is just getting started on the bomb stage. Again, he makes the squid screen look so easy. Maybe it's not easy. Maybe it's a little high there, Dxtr. Yeah, first zip, or attempt at the bomb zip. But gets it. I think prisiii would need a little bit more than the refight skip in Wily 2 at this point. I want to say it saves about 20 seconds. He's a little bit further than 20 seconds. Again, prisiii, he was a little bit off there, so he's going to elect to go for the ladder setup. Not a bad choice. You know, it may be slower to set it up, but it's better than having to navigate through that, you know, what you'd normally have to do. Again, there's still opportunity here. Wow, Dxtr, that was really close. He barely landed on the platform, or on the ground. That was really close. Does get the screen wrap while prisiii finishes up bomb. Alright, so Dxtr is, more importantly here, Dxtr is 0 for 2 with the ass grab. So, just saying. This time he jumps forward. Be okay. Oh. He has to throw a second bomb. Third bomb. Alright, so he's 0 for 3 with the ass grab. See if prisiii gets it. He's having a good bomb man stage, so he is making up time here. The closer and closer he gets, you know, the more of a chance he has. I assume he's gonna go for the Wily 2 skips here, all things considered, where he is, unless something happens to Dxtr and Wily 1, which is entirely possible. Again, this is probably one of the harder stages in the game. So Dxtr does not get the Wily 1 skip, or the zip there. Oh, prisiii is having trouble too with Gutsman. Gutsman be a jerk. Fortune. So here, Dxtr's approaching sort of one of the hardest rooms in the game. He does so, I believe he only used 2 Magnet Beams there. He is conserving them. Oh, a little high. Ooh. We'll need a third. Actually, 4th and 5th, really. But he not get the Wily 1 zip, so he did have some Magna Beams to spare. Well, Prizzy nails the zip. Again, he's making up a little bit of time. But Dxtr here, he's moving on to the Yellow Devil fight. Troll Guts today, and Dxtr with that fast Yellow Devil kill. I wish I could explain to you how that one worked, but something about hitting select and start. Prizzy too, with the trouble in this room, putting the Magna Beam a little too high. So Dxtr, of course, in the lead, will not risk the soft lock, and will elect to fight Cutman. Probably elect. Prizzy on Wily 2 also. Less stage apart. Ooh, big weapon refill there for Prizzy. Know he's gonna go for the... He is setting it up though. Go for the skip. Dxtr on the meanwhile does not get the screen wrap. Hopefully we do not soft lock. Alright, no soft lock. So Prizzy made up significant time there. He's gonna head right down into the Poppy Bot fight. Depending on how he does this, he'll probably just starting the fight while Dxtr is clock down there, scores down there. Yep. Starting the fight as the sending. So we made up a lot of time there. He's gonna still need some help. Dxtr having a little bit of difficulty there. Setting up the Wily 3 zip. Likes to go for the second screen setup of it. Safer method. Prizzy finishes off the Wily 2 fight. Dxtr has a good lead. Hopefully he maintain it. Gets dupe. Good Wily 4. So far, no dupe. No dupe. And he misses them all. Ugh. We'll have to buster these guys. Meanwhile, Prizzy does get the zip on the first screen. So again, he's making up time here too. He is coming back. Dxtr is gonna need to be perfect on Wily 4. Prizzy is on the fight. They are within a fight each other rather than within a stage of each other, which they just were going into Wily 2. And Prizzy is getting duped. Really close race. Prizzy is making an amazing comeback here. And again, he still needs some help, but he has come back a lot. Dxtr gets the zip, going for the Second zip here is a little bit low. While Prizzy's starting, Wily 4. Yeah, Dxtr gets that refight skip. So it's just one Wily fight before he claims victory here. Prizzy moving on to the Bomb Man fight as well. While Dxtr goes into Wily. Prizzy has a little bit of trouble there, has to switch to Bomb. It looks like Dxtr has this one. Has the damage lead over Wily. 2021. It looks like 2022 is the official SRL time. Congrats, Dxtr. Prizzy, great job at a comeback. He made up a lot of time there. He was a full stage apart. Prizzy finishes it up with a time of 20:57. Again, it looks like 2022 and 20:54 from the in-game timers. SRL known to up to 3 seconds slow. GG to both runners. These are two amazing runners with two amazing race times. You know, sub 21 race time. That's with a death, no less. And again, had Prizzy not died, I mean, he's right there. It's only a few seconds back. 32 seconds. That was a great comeback. Nailed those Wily 2 skips. Definitely go and throw a follow to both our runners. They did a great job. And congrats to Dxtr. Congrats, or I'm sorry, I guess? Because you have to face Cool Kid? I guess both. Both would be appropriate. We had a great race. Do have a few more races to go in the tournament. Do have the semifinals coming up. The semifinals, they're now going to be Cool Kid versus Dxtr, be an race. Then we have Endy Sui versus Streamline. Again, two great races. Now, from what I believe, all of them are in the top 5. Cool Kid 1, Endy 2, Dxtr 3, Streamline tied for 3. So, actually, between the 4 runners that we have left in the tournament, they're all within the top 3. The 4 left we have are in the top 3. I don't know how mathematically that makes sense, but it does. Alright, people want interviews. So, let's see, who wants to do an interview? If we can get anybody in here. When's the Mega Man 2 tournament? I believe, don't quote me, check. I'll go and check. I want to say you have to sign up by March 5th. Could be. March 5th. Register by then. Interviews, I know. Yeah, we're trying to see if anybody wants to come in.
Hello, hello, is this thing on? Is this thing on? Can you hear me? Probably not.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. Perfect.
Oh, no. Nice.
So we are joined by Dxtr. Sorry about that. And, yeah, tell me a little bit about your run. You started there losing the first match, knowing you had to go in and win the next two against prisiii. Tell me a little about that.
Well, I feel overall my runs weren't that good. I had small mistakes like all over the place on all three races there, and I knew that I had to really step it up after the first game, because I knew prisiii he can get like a low 19 if he just gets the run, so I really had to step it up a little bit.
Yeah, and you certainly did. I mean, you're having that second run there, I think finished in a 1940, right? So I mean, that was a solid run.
Yeah, that one,
especially for a race.
Okay. Yeah, that one was okay. Yeah, that was really good.
So, thoughts going into facing Cool Kid?
Well, what can I say? I'm pretty much already focusing on the bronze match. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna do my best, because I mean, in Mega Man 1, anything can happen. So
exactly, and you did it last, right? AGDQ.
Yeah. We played in the relay, both me and Cool Kid, and
yeah.
So a little bit of rematch there. So it'll be good.
Exactly. So let's see. So what happened there exactly on the on Gutsman on that first race?
I mean, I think I discovered a fourth zip pixel there, because that one was that's a pixel when you get that death there at the top. That's a pixel you need to do like a screen wrap or something. But I didn't think that one was gonna kill me, actually, because normally you need to be above the scoreboard or inside the scoreboard. But that one was on the lower, on the lower font of the scoreboard. So I did not think that one was gonna kill me, actually. So I need to do some research there.
Yeah, it was really weird. Yeah, I didn't. I know on ice you can accidentally do it. I've never seen it on Gutsman over there.
Yeah, so I mean, I wasn't expecting that, so I was kind of unlucky.
And then looked like really close there. The third race or the second race, where you barely landed on the ground.
Oh yeah, I was standing on the last pixel, I think.
Yeah.
Both on ice and Gutsman there.
Yeah. So GG for getting that. You know,
thank you.
Definitely impressive. Yeah, it was a fun tournament. Watching you guys go at it. Believe some of the best players at it.
GG prisiii. GG.
GG prisiii indeed. Oh, you're in here?
Oh yeah, I'm just waiting and just let you guys talk while I sort my emotions, my feelings.
No, you did an excellent race there. I mean, you were a whole stage behind going into that third race there. I mean, obviously you guys must have been watching the race.
Yeah,
you went for... Go ahead.
I mean, Dxtr and I, we talked about this. I mean, we knew, like, Dxtr's the favorite, definitely, in terms of PB already. But we knew, like if somebody dies or something, like anything can happen in Mega Man 1. So yeah, I just had to watch the stream. I mean, I'm not sure how Dxtr did it. I watched like the beginning, and then I just closed it.
Okay.
Watching after Guts again.
Yeah, I watched the whole race.
You watched the whole race.
Yeah.
I could tell it was interesting. Whoever was behind went for the Wily 2 skips. Otherwise, you didn't. But no, prisiii on that last race there, those Wily 2 skips, you really got within striking distance. Again, going from a whole stage behind to at one point both being on the the bubble fight, what you call those guys. Bubbles there in Wily 3.
The Aqua guys.
Yeah. What's the technical name for them?
I have no idea, actually.
Aqua something, some weird letters and numbers.
So, any final thoughts, guys?
Well, I mean, I actually expecting kind of questions, but I'm just gonna let my feelings out. So before the race, I was like, okay, well, I don't want to really like advance. I'm like in Rockman 2 mode right now, so I don't want to play anything else. And then right when the first race started, I was like, oh, no, I didn't expect that from myself. Actually, I was just like, oh, I need to win. And then the second race, after the first race, like after I won that first race, I was like, what is actually happening? I wasn't expecting that because the last time I've played this game was for the last race, basically. I went out and grinded like an hour or two for this race, just to kind of rest.
Yeah.
So I was actually not expecting.
Certainly didn't seem like you were rusty at all. Came in there, I think you nailed the Wily 1 zip all 3 times. You're executing most of all the zips.
I mean, I do like a baby setup, so it's not that hard to do. That one ice stage in the first race, so it's amazing. I think it was almost perfect. But I would say overall, I think I can be happy with my performance. I would be really frustrated and sad about this performance if I would actually play the game. I think Dxtr can agree.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, when you play this game consistently, you pretty much want to get like sub 1930 all the time, but it's frustrating. It's a hard game.
But the third race was just that was weird. So that death, I didn't even realize it. Just like, oh, I got it, I think, and then I died, and I was like, huh? And then I saw the stream. I was like, this is actually not that far. And then I was just actually really nervous for the Y2 skips, and
you crushed
everything. Yeah, I'm really happy that I didn't stop again.
Yeah,
but
that was a really good Wily 2 there, and yeah, I thought you got that fire zip too. Looked good to me. What do I?
Paying attention, kind of. I don't either. Yeah, I mean, overall, I'm very happy. I hope Dxtr kicks Coolkid's ass. And
shots fired.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, it was a good race.
Everybody enjoyed the race. Sis.
All right, guys.
All right.
Well, GG to you both. Thank you to Speed Gaming for letting us host. Congrats again to Dxtr, Prizzy. That was a fantastic race. Fantastic attempt at that comeback there in Wily third race, especially the Wily 2 skips there. Dxtr, good luck against Cool Kid.
Thank you.
Good luck. Got this.